Geordies, welcome back to the channel. And tonight, Newcastle take on Leicester City, but I'm not here to talk about that. If you want to go and watch a preview, I've done one. It's on my channel, so go and check it out. But I'm here to talk about midfielders because Joelinton's not getting any younger. We do need depth in that position. So I'm going to present you three midfielders that could be valuable options for a future replacement to Joelinton. Now, finding a replacement for Joelinton isn't easy because he's quite unique. He's a midfield enforcer, but he's very underrated technically. Three midfielders I want to propose here: Lamine Camara of Monaco, Javi Guerra of Valencia, and Quinten Timber of Feyenoord. If you do have any recommendations, make sure you comment them in the below. But again, we're going to talk about their playing style, and then we're going to compare them statistically to Joelinton. Let's start with Lamine Camara, one of my favorite midfielders to watch. I watch a lot of Monaco, and Lamine Camara is one of my favorite midfielders to watch. He's 21, born in 2004. He's made 72 senior appearances, first for Metz and then for Monaco. He's had no injuries to date, and his market value is around 20 million. Remember, Paul Mitchell's got good ties with Monaco, so this is a realistic option. He's versatile, which is one of his beautiful assets. He can play in all midfield roles, all systems. He's played in the midfield three, he's played as a lone pivot, he's played as a double pivot, he's played as a defensive midfielder, he's played in a central midfielder, he's also played in attack midfielder. He's an industrious midfielder, active in duels as well as occupying positions in both halves. I would liken Lamine Camara to a box-to-box midfielder. He's got the technical qualities to make a difference in all thirds, but he's also got the diverse defensive skill set to really be combative off the ball. What I really like about Camara, he's very comfortable between the lines. He's offering himself as an option all the time, whether that be in short passes, long passes, receiving in the final third, or just being an option in possession. Camara comes with outrageous technical ability. He's very good line breaker from all thirds, from deep, from the middle, or in the final third when he's executing that final ball. But his ability to recover the ball is what stands out. Very similar to Joelinton, maybe not in stature because he's only 5'8", but he's got a very nice muscular build about him. What I really like about him is his ability to recover possession and initiate attacks instantly, with an impressive awareness to overturn the ball, but also have the intelligence to kickstart attacks brilliantly. He combines an impressive work ethic in industry with technical prowess and exceptional physical attributes. He's a combination of defensive solidity, precise passing, offensive flair, and he's a free kick specialist. Lamine Camara is really a well-rounded and exciting player to watch. His physical presence and athleticism make him a formidable force in midfield. Now, there is a few weaknesses. Sometimes he struggles to defend in wide areas. Camara can be guilty of rash moments, not just in the final third when he's in possession, but deep in his own half when he's out of possession. And this is how he compares to Joelinton. One of my favorite things about Joelinton is his ability to carry the ball over 5 or 10 yards and then release it, being very unselfish, not having too many touches. Camara looks like he hasn't got that ability, but if you watch him on the eye test, he definitely does. Just at Monaco, he's not tasked with that responsibility. His responsibility is to feed passes into more advanced players and let them strut their stuff, and that's why he's high in progressive passes, but also forward passes. But as you can see, he's a dueling monster. He gets involved in a lot of defensive actions, but also wins a lot of percentage of his defensive duels. Then we've got Javi Guerra, who's slightly different to Lamine Camara. He's 21, born in 2003. He's made 108 senior appearances, and again, no injuries to date, which is an absolute asset. He's valued at about 20 million. He came through the Valencia Academy and still at Valencia now, but his ability to adapt to different systems in midfield is a massive standout and is a great asset to any team. He's slightly different than Camara. Camara can play different roles, where you can play him as an attack midfielder, you can play him as a defensive midfielder. Whereas Guerra, I find him, he specializes as a central midfielder, but it's just changing the system around him. He can thrive in a midfield three, or you can thrive in a midfield two. Now, as you would expect with a Spanish midfielder, Guerra's technically outstanding. He's adept dribbling with the ball at his feet, but he's also a midfield orchestrator. He can recycle possession. He's a rhythm setter. He's so comfortable in possession, opening up different angles and finding passes. He's got an expansive passing range, so he really sets the tone for his team. And having said that, this is why he contributes significantly to his team's forward momentum. He's strong in his ball carrying. He's technically talented, brilliant close control with a key eye for a pass. He's an excellent brilliant rhythm setter, sharp and quick thinking in possession, and can maneuver so well in tight spaces. He's got great ball striking ability, again, as you would expect from a Spanish midfielder, but defensively, he's very committed. He's an aggressive player. He shows clear tenacity and wanting to press forward, wanting to win these duels, harass his opponents and win the ball back. Now, when it comes to Guerra's defensive skill set, he's not a player that will charge all over the pitch, looking to win duels, flying into tackles. It's more about intelligence. He's got a good sense of positioning, and he's got this great ability to read the game and make ball recoveries that way. So when it does come to a weakness, Joelinton's one of those type of players that imposes himself on the pitch. Guerra's not that type of player. In my opinion, he's got the physicality to do so he should trust his physicality a lot more. He's a lot more elegant than a midfield enforcer. So to me, his tackling does need improvement, which will allow him to be a lot more incisive and provide better numbers defensively. So this is how Guerra compares to Joelinton, and as you can see in the defensive actions, defensive percentage wins, he ranks quite lowly in comparison to Joelinton. But when it comes to ball carrying, forward passes, key passes, progressive passes, just his ability in possession, just to retain possession, really initiate attacks is absolutely incredible. So it's all about the profile of player that we want. Do we want somebody that can quickly transition us from defense to attack like Guerra, or do we need a defensive powerhouse like Joelinton? And then my final one for this episode, don't forget there's so many midfielders out there that we need to talk about, but I'm going to go with Quinten Timber of Feyenoord, 23, born in 2001. He's made 134 senior appearances. He's played in Europe, played in the Champions League, played in the Europa League. But the problem with Quinten, he's missed 507 days, 93 games through injury. His market value is about 32 million. He's known for his technical ability, ball control, passing accuracy, and strong physical presence, particularly his lower body, very similar to Joelinton. And why I put Timber as a possible Joelinton replacement is because he's got a similar style in the way he plays. He might look different on the eye, but what they do when they receive the ball, when they're out of possession, is very similar. Timber can perform a progressive carry in such few seconds due to his physical presence and power that can cover the ground so explosively, which almost ends with a pass. Very Joelinton-like. His playing style's dynamic, brilliantly balanced between defense and attack, with an impressive dribbling style that allows him to evade opponents effectively. One of my favourite things about Timber, he never dwells on the ball. One of his most impressive aspects and where he really excels is how quickly he recognises possible passing lanes and how fast he releases the ball with minimal touches. So he's not a midfielder that likes to take all the touches and really control play. He's more get on the ball and play forward. Just like Joelinton, Timber displays notable ball recovery skills, making him a robust presence in midfield. He's got excellent ball retention skills. His ability to retain the ball, shield the ball, and save the ball from under pressure is extraordinary. But he does come with these weaknesses. Despite being able to progress the ball through ball carrying, he doesn't have that progressive ability from all areas of the pitch. He's comfortable in the final third when he's executing that through ball, but when you put him in deeper positions, he hasn't got that vision to progress his team into a different third. But also his injury history is a slight concern. He's still out with a knee ligament problem at the moment. When you're signing injury prone players, it's always a risk. So here's how the four compare to each other, and these statistics are all per 90. And as you can see, when it comes to tackles made and tackles won, Lamine Camara stands above both of them. It's quite funny because Lamine Camara is probably the smallest out of all them. He's only 5'8", but he reminds us a little bit of Pape Matar, but he's more physical. He's got more muscle about him. That's what I like about Lamine Camara. He just can get around the pitch, making duels, winning battles, and just win the ball back effectively for his team. When it comes to dribblers tackled, and I think this statistic is quite important because I think Joelinton stops a lot of transitions when the opposition team want to transition through ball carrying. I think Joelinton's very good at preventing that. So this statistic's very important, and I would say all four rank really highly. But as you can see, Quinten Timber's winning 66.7 of his dribblers one-on-one defensive actions, which is absolutely extraordinary. But once again, Lamine Camara's not too far away from Joelinton. When it comes to progressive carries, I would say all four of them are very good ball carriers. They're very comfortable in possession, have good ball retention skills. It's just Lamine Camara, his job role at Monaco is not to progress the ball through ball carrying. They want to transition quickly. They want to move the ball into the final third and let their more expressive players be the dangerous ones. When it comes to progressive passing, passes. This is why I'm always saying Lamine Camara is tasked with the role of moving the ball into the final third rather than carrying the ball into the final third. He ranks so highly for progressive passes because he's got that ability to initiate attacks from deep. Also, Joelinton, Guerra also have that ability. Quinten I mentioned in my report that he's better in the final third when he comes to that final ball or playmaking skills. He doesn't have the quality to play, to create from deep. So that is how they all compare to each other. And would you sign any of those three? Let me know in the comments below. But again, if there's anybody that you want me to review, let me know in the comments below. But if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until the next time, good luck tonight, Newcastle. Must win game, gets us back in the top 4, and I can't wait to watch it. I will be doing a review tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, away the lads.